In 1967, Audrey Hepburn was at the peak of her fame, beloved by audiences and revered as a Hollywood icon. But then, she shocked the world by stepping away from her glittering career. The reason? Her longing to be a devoted mother. Yet, this life-altering choice didn't bring her the happiness she had imagined, and what followed was a chain of heartbreaks, betrayals, and unexpected turns that would define the rest of her life. Audrey's early life had been scarred by a painful childhood, and she was determined to give her son Sean the stability she had missed. To do so, she was willing to sacrifice her fame, her lifestyle, even her Hollywood status, to be there for him. But in the same year she left her first husband, Mel Ferrer, her life took an unexpected turn. She met a charming Italian psychiatrist named Andrea Dotti. Their love blossomed as they explored the Mediterranean together, and soon Audrey dreamed of a new life with Dotti. A life filled with family and the hope of becoming the simple Italian housewife she had longed to be. But the fairy tale quickly unraveled into a nightmare of betrayal. Audrey's love for Dotti led her to build a whole new life in Rome, where she embraced motherhood and tried to live quietly. But as she played her role as the doting wife and mother, Dotti hid a shocking duality. Behind the facade of an honorable doctor, he had a dark secret, a staggering list of affairs with young women. Audrey was shattered, discovering that he'd betrayed her with over 200 women. Paparazzi documented his infidelities, bringing Audrey's private suffering into public view. For the sake of their young son Luca, she held on, hoping for reconciliation, but her trust was broken. Rome, the city where she had once imagined a peaceful family life, now felt like a prison, with paparazzi stalking her every step. Her vision of a quiet life had vanished. Hollywood called her back, and seeking solace, Audrey took on new roles, hoping the work might distract her from her shattered heart. During this time, she met her co-star Ben Gazzara on the set of Bloodline, and they bonded over their mutual heartbreak. Their romance was an escape for both, an unexpected connection between two wounded souls. But with both of them living on different continents, their affair could never last. By the time her marriage to Dotti officially ended, Audrey was left to rebuild once again, grappling with the trauma of her divorce and feeling a deep loneliness. In a quest for peace, Audrey retreated to Switzerland, to a quiet farmhouse called La Paisible, which means peaceful in French. She found comfort in the country yard, away from the constant scrutiny, and in Switzerland she could finally live anonymously, like an ordinary person. And then, just when she thought she'd live out her days in solitude, fate brought her one last love. At the charity auction, Audrey met Robert Wolders, the widower of actress Meryl O'Brien. Their connection was instant, starting with shared sorrows, and soon they found in each other what they had both been searching for, a true, lasting partnership. With Wolders, Audrey finally felt whole. They built a life together filled with shared passions, quiet routines, and genuine love. Wolders also dodged under a suitor in ways no one else ever had, and for the first time Audrey felt complete peace. But a new calling awaited her. Audrey's cousin invited her to a UNICEF concert, and there she gave a heartfelt speech about her own harrowing childhood experiences in the war. Her words moved the audience, and afterward the head of UNICEF approached her with an offer. He wanted her to become a UNICEF ambassador, to use her fame to bring awareness to suffering children around the world. For Audrey, whose early life had been marked by hunger and fear, this role was deeply personal. She spent her final years traveling tirelessly to war-torn and impoverished regions, offering hope to children in dire need. Despite her fame, Audrey always spoke humbly of her work, saying, "For children, I'd go to the moon." Her mission became her greatest purpose, filling her with a sense of fulfillment that transcended the spotlight. But Audrey's journey ended in a tragic twist. In 1992, Audrey was diagnosed with a rare form of cancer that had silently spread through her intestines, hidden until it was too late. For her last Christmas, her friend, designer Hubert de Givenchy, arranged for a private jet to take her home to Switzerland. Audrey spent her final days surrounded by those she loved, walking in her beloved garden whenever she could, before she passed on January 20, 1993. Audrey's final resting place lies in the peaceful Tolosana Cemetery near her home, when fans and friends still visit to honor her remarkable life. While Audrey Hepburn found her purpose beyond the silver screen, her final years in Europe mirrored the life of another Hollywood icon who sought peace far from the spotlight, Grace Kelly. For more on Grace Kelly's journey from Hollywood royalty to real-life princess, her own tale of dreams, sacrifices, and heartbreak awaits in our biography series. Dive into Grace Kelly's extraordinary story next.